Flo is one of the world's most widely used period tracking apps. Millions of women rely on it to monitor their cycle, their mood, and their overall health. For years, the app promised to keep this sensitive information private. But later investigations revealed that certain types of data had been shared with external analytics and marketing services. So, how did this happen, and what does it mean for users? Flo was founded in 2015 and quickly became one of the biggest cycle tracking apps worldwide. Inside the app, users can enter highly personal details, everything from their cycle length and daily symptoms to their mood, fertility indicators, general health changes, and even whether they're trying to conceive. Because this information is so intimate, the trust between the user and the app is incredibly important. In 2019, the Wall Street Journal published test results showing that the app had shared certain types of information with services like Facebook Analytics and other tracking platforms. These shared details included things like when the app was opened, which features were being used, and, in some cases, data that could indirectly suggest what phase of the cycle a user was in. All of this happened through standard analytics tools that many apps integrate in order to improve their features or understand how people interact with the software. At the time of these findings, Flo's privacy policy stated that sensitive health data would not be shared with third parties. However, the test results contradicted parts of that statement, which raised concerns. This inconsistency eventually prompted the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, to review the situation. In 2021, Flo reached a formal settlement with the Federal Trade Commission. As part of this agreement, the company confirmed that certain categories of information had indeed been transmitted to external services. The FTC required several changes: independent privacy audits, clearer transparency toward users, explicit user consent for any kind of data sharing, and a full data deletion option for anyone who wanted their information removed. Since then, Flo has updated its privacy practices and states that sensitive health data is no longer shared with third parties. The case received worldwide attention for several reasons. First, reproductive health data is among the most personal information a person can share. If such information reaches external services, it can lead to unwanted advertising or detailed user profiling. Second, people expect health apps to protect their private information. When there's a gap between what a company communicates and what actually happens behind the scenes, it can create a serious loss of trust. And third, in countries with stricter reproductive rights laws, there is concern that such data might be misunderstood or overinterpreted. This isn't about specific cases, but about the general risk such data exposure creates. The situation highlights how important it is to carefully check the privacy features of any health app. Users should know what information is being stored, where it's stored, and which external services, if any, are involved behind the scenes. It's also important to know whether the app offers a full data deletion option and whether the company undergoes independent privacy reviews. Many apps rely on analytics tools to improve their design and functionality. That part isn't unusual. What matters more is how transparent the company is about these tools and how much control users have over their own data. The Flo case is a strong reminder of why data protection is so important in digital health services. It shows that transparency, clear consent, and responsible data handling are essential. If you use a health app, it's worth taking a moment to review the privacy settings and only share information you feel comfortable with. Because in the end, the most sensitive data about your body should always remain under your control.